Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another day at Crossroads. What have we got for you today? We have got the lovely Wendy Elliot. Then tonight, around about 11 o'clock, we have the lovely Nino, all the way from Chicago, um, in the USA. Um, Now, don't know where Wendy is. I'm sure I sent her a link, and hopefully she'll be on very soon. Um, so anyway, so yes, so I kind of like just want to tell you that we got Wendy Elliott on, then we have got Nino on, and he'll be on at 11 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to be up late tonight, and but there you go. So if you want to be on the show, don't forget we have got some vacancies going, and we would love you to come on. Do you have a story to tell? Have you got a story? Um, Mental health, marriage, divorce, you name it. We want to hear about your story. Why? Because your story might help other people who are going through a really bad time at the moment. So if you've got a story to say, if you've got a story, or if you've got somebody that we wants to come on and talk, then let us know. We would love to hear about you. Anyway, we got the lovely Wendy on. Wendy, hello.
Oh, hi there. Just to let you all know that I wasn't late this week. I just connected to the wrong link.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry
No,
about that.
and it's normally me that is late because I'm not famous for being on time. But it was that I connected to the wrong link.
She won't be on time for a divorce. She won't be. Will you,
I won't
Wendy?
be in time for my own funeral. I intend to be incredibly late for that one.
Okay, don't worry. I just kept them really busy with what I was doing. So
Right.
anyway, so how are you? How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. So, what were you talking about?
I am talking about. Well, I was just talking about people today. Who's on. So it was you and some other people and everything,
All right.
and that was it. So I'm gonna let you now take over. Stephen's gonna go off and watch the rest of his film, and
Right.
he'll be
I'm not
close
sure if
by.
today will be as long as usual, so just to warn you. So if it comes to the end, what do I do?
In the corner here, it's got end podcast, end broadcast.
I can't
Can you
see
see
that.
it?
No, I can only see stop cam, share, and leave studio.
Right where it says leave studio, that's what you press.
Right, well,
All right.
okay.
So easy as pie. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll see everybody later.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wendy Panther or Elliot.
Well, you can call me either Wendy Panther or Wendy Elliot. My real name is Wendy Panther. Uh, my previous name was Wendy Elliot, and it was Facebook that wouldn't let me rejoin under the name Wendy Panther again on the same computer because it kept saying no, that account is blocked. And I kept going, yeah, but you keep trying to send me a new link to it to my old phone number that I no longer have. So it was just that was the situation I was in. So that's why I changed my
So
name on Facebook.
so so now she's got the Pink Panther ringtone. Right, okay. I've got to
And
go. Bye bye.
can I see it? No, I can't. I have a beautiful little I've got a pink panther, knitted pink panther that one of the residents in one of the nursing homes made me. I'm just shuffling and getting comfy, so I do apologise for looking. It's the screen's all of a sudden widened. I can see more of my room. So welcome everybody, and what is today's podcast going to be about? Well, today I thought I'd have a talk to you about, I mentioned previously about the book that I'm writing. So I thought I'd let you know, I'd let you in on the progress. I'll let you in on the events for it. I do intend by the date that we're having the Crossroads Conference in September that I will have physical copies of the book available. Now, it's not a big book, it's a small book. It's called Me and My Worry Monster, and it includes snapshots of events when I have allowed worry and anxiety to take over and to play in the background of my life for so long. And then it also includes, which is the main reason that I wrote the book and the main reason that I was guided to write the book, and I do say it is God driven, in that it was a very, very direct message that I had, that this is part and parcel of my purpose in life, is to write this book. And it sounds well, no, it is however it is. It has nothing to do with it sounding weird or anything, because that kind of denigrates what I'm doing. That is the truth of it. So first and foremost, the book is God-given, God-driven, and the key part of the book is that it gives you 10 methods of how to help to cope and to deal with anxiety. So originally it kind of worked in my head as this little book of anxiety. And what will this book give you? This book will give you 10 methods of how to deal with anxiety. And within those 10 methods, what you've got are the snapshots of events that have been when I've experienced anxiety. So the real message in that isn't about learning my past. It's about letting you know that you're not the only person who feels the way that you do. You're not the only person that's experiencing stress at work. You're not the only person who's been in unhealthy relationships. You're not the only person who people pleases and then ends up feeling upset and resentful. You're not the only person that's gone through lots of things that can and do cause anxiety. And it's phenomenal for how people, when it doesn't create it, but that it's for when it does. So that's the main purpose behind me writing the book. And in spite of all the events that I've had where I have put myself in situations or where I've created dramatic thoughts in my head that trigger the anxiety in my body, I have still been incredibly blessed. And I mean incredibly blessed in that I have not experienced physical illness and dis-ease as a result, because each type of experience, each different phase of my life has taken me to different routes and different methods of being able to deal with some of the issues that have come up. So, and where's the point in me having this knowledge if I can't share it with you, and if I can't share it with other people that can benefit from it? And I have this dream and I have this vision, and I hold this vision in my heart, and I hold this vision in my heart that this book gets to hundreds and thousands of people, to enable them to be able, if even, and I know more than one or two will, because I already know at least 10 people that are buying it, but if even one or two people get a benefit from the book, then it's been worth writing. But if it gets to those kind of numbers, just think the difference it can make if so many of us start to go through life without triggering our anxieties, without triggering our worries, that we can then start living a life. And it's the life that we're meant to live, because remember, my job is that of a spiritual coach. The life that we're meant to live is one of joy, but it's one of joy in helping people. And it's been part and parcel of my notion all along to help people. But this is about helping those who want to be helped, because one of the stories is about when I try to help people that don't want to be helped. It's not very successful. And the other is I get an incredible boost from knowing that I've been of assistance to someone, whether I know you, whether I don't know you. I can remember when I was teaching, I used to teach nurses how to teach student nurses. And we'd do some things on self-help and self-development as parcel of that program. And when people would come back and say, and when I did this, Wendy, and I thought about what you'd said, and I'm just the messenger, but the fact that they got the message and the fact that it helped them gave me such a thrill. So today what I'm wanting to do is, as I've said, the book and Me and My Worry Monster. And so if you see anything anywhere and you want to do it, hashtag Me and My Worry Monster. I'm wanting that to kind of start trending, hopefully, over the next few weeks. So if you keep hearing me going on about it, if you keep hearing and you start getting fed up with it, it's because I'm coming up to the launch date and it is so incredibly important. So September is going to be the launch. And as I've said, I intend having some of my own copies being available for when we do the conference in September. So what I want to do today is I want to take you through, just as much as we did a little exercise last week, today I want to take you through one of those methods. And I've got my transcripts and my manuscripts here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little look through and then just see which one I'm kind of guided to have a go at. Oh, I think I've done the healing. Have I done the healing journey for you? I don't think I have. I think that's one. We're not doing the what ifs. That's too short. We're not doing the Qigong breathing because you need to be able to stand up and you need to be definitely seeing me. And as some of us are on radio. So yes, it would appear what we're going to do is we're going to do about releasing, we're going to release anxiety using a method called the energy alignment method. Now, I want to let you know of the lady that set this off, and it's a lady called Yvette Taylor. I did over 2 years training with this lady at different things, and this is just part and parcel of it. If you want to learn more, do look up Yvette and do look up the methods that you can use and do look up the way that the energy alignment method can be of help for you. So what is the energy alignment method? It is a way of releasing negative emotions, negative beliefs. It's really, or to put it bluntly, the crap that can happen to you in life. And the sample technique that we're going to use is for that of literally releasing anxiety. And it's how do you release anxiety? And I can remember the first time that I did this with my twin sister. And I'm like, Lindy, you need to do this. This is what we need to do, because she'd been experiencing, she'd had burnout, left a job and was coming back to work with me in the care home industry. And when she was coming back to work with me in the care home industry, she said, you're going to have to do something to help sort my mind out, because she was so anxious and worried about going back into it, because she'd been the victim of somebody who literally went behind her back, played dirty tricks, and got sacked in the end. So that's how bad it had been for her to have to leave the job. So she did need some help in kind of recovering from that trauma. And this is one of the ways that it can help. So all it is, so first and foremost, what I want you to do for this example, I'm going to show you how to release the negative emotions in line with the feelings that you want to access. A frog in my throat. I hope it's a prince. As you all know, I'm still on the lookout. And I said I've just explained to you about Linda. So what we're going to do now is about releasing and then aligning with. So we release the negative emotion that we're experiencing, and then we align with an emotion or a feeling that we want to experience. And so in this example, if you want to think about an experience where you experience anxiety, and I want you to think, and the first thing is, so think about when you experience anxiety. Now tell me, where do you experience that anxiety? Now, you may not be able to share it with me as such, but what I want you to do is answer it out loud for yourself. So, for example, when I experience anxiety, and there is quite a lot of commonality in this for us. So when I experience anxiety, I experience it with butterflies in my stomach and a feeling of tightness in my throat. So like, you just imagine that you're going onto a stage to do a talk and you feel the stress, your throat literally tightens up at that time. So when I'm experiencing anxiety, whatever the cause, and I feel palpitations in my heart, I feel my heart beating faster. So those are three things that I experience when I experience anxiety. So I'm thinking about a specific situation. So I can go. So I experience anxiety when I'm going for a medical procedure at the hospital. This is just as an example, folks, but this is how I want you to format the wording for you. So how I'm going to release this is all I want to do now is I'm going to express it and release it from my body. So I am ready to release this feeling of anxiety that is like butterflies in my stomach, that creates palpitations in my heart, and that causes a tightness in my throat. I release this feeling from my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. And I've got a nice little shiver down my back, which was one of the ways that energetically I know that the feelings have been released. And one of the beauties about helping other people do the energy alignment method is when you say the words for them and go through them, then what you're also doing is releasing things for yourself. So I'm getting a nice double whammy as I'm teaching this to you. So any anxiety I am now releasing. So then what we do is we repeat it another twice. So feel free after me. So I am now ready to release this feeling of anxiety that I experience with a tightness in my stomach, with palpitations in my heart and a tightening in my throat whenever I have to go for a hospital investigation. I release this energy, I'll release this from my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. And again, so I am ready to release this feeling of anxiety that occurs when I go for a hospital investigation, that creates a sensation of butterflies in my stomach, palpitations in my heart, and a tightness in my throat. I release this from my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. And then just see how you're feeling. Now, for some people, it may not occur immediately that you don't get a release from that. And then what you would need to do is to release resistance. So I am now ready to release any resistance that's preventing me from releasing this sensation of anxiety. And you do the same process, but using that line, and then see how you feel at the end of it. Because they're the main reasons that you can be feeling it. Now, this will work for a good 90% of people. There are other times when it may not work. And if you find that you've had to go at this and it's not worked for you, then feel free to contact me via messenger at Wendy Elliot. And the Elliot is ELIOT. And you can find me on Facebook and you can ask me to friend you on Facebook as well. So it's Wendy Elliot. And you'll know it's me because you'll see my wonderful picture with my little smiling face to know that it's me. Okay? And what I want, and then I can be of assistance for you should you need any further assistance. The next stage, having released that anxiety, that sensation, that unwanted sensation in your body, the next job is to release, is to get into alignment with what you do want. So many times when we're taught to do affirmations and we're doing the affirmations, what we experience is we do the affirmations and we think, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? And the reason that it's not working is because you've not released those sensations and negativities that are preventing it from happening in the first place. So it's a little bit like if you're going to, if your body is going to heal an abscess, you first have to get rid of the pus, and then the body can do its healing. And it's a little bit like the same with this. You first have to release the negativity before before your emotions can then do the healing. So we get rid of it first, and then we fill up, and we fill it up, because if not, we've left a little bit of a gap in our energy field and in our energetic vibration. And if we've got a gap in our energetic vibration, the universe abhors a vacuum. So what does it do? It sends something else to fill it in. And if you've been in the habit and the pattern of filling it in with negativity and anxiety, guess what it will fill back up with? Negativity and anxiety. So instead, we choose what we'd like to fill it in with. Now, I don't know what it is that you would want to choose to fill in your anxiety, to fill in the gap. Me, I want to feel a sense of calm, a sense of confidence, and feeling energized. So they're the thoughts and the feelings that I want to align with rather than feeling anxious. So to replace the anxiety with a sense of calm, with a sense of confidence, and with a sense of energy and being energized. So what I do now is I take up a position, and I'll do it here, with both arms up. Let me get it so that it's straight for you. Both arms up, like a Y shape, like in the YMCA, for those of you that are old enough. And for those of you that not, it's a little bit like the sun position in yoga. Both arms wide, connect a funnel that requesting all of that beautiful energy to come down to you. And you keep your arms up throughout the process. And if your arms get a little bit tired, just allow them to come lower, but just keep them wide so that you can allow the energy in. Okay? So now, I am now ready to align to feeling calm, confident, and energized. I allow this into my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. Nice deep breath in, and then gently relax. I am now ready to align to a feeling of calm, confidence, and energized energy. I allow this into my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. I am now ready to align to a sense of calm, confident, and feeling energized. I allow this into my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. Connect in, allow all that wonderful energy to come down, take a nice deep breath, and in it comes. And then just gently lower your arms as you breathe out and allow that to settle into your energy. Now that's the process. It's explained in my book. It's one of 10 different processes that can help you to deal with anxiety. It's always ideal to deal with it when you're not literally there and in the middle of it, because when you're in the middle of it, I do give you some exercises for how you do that. Now, when I've done Linda and myself have taught this, Linda, my twin sister, who I was telling you about. We have taught this to groups, and we have done these little exercises in groups when we've been doing about business studies and presentation skills and helping people to release the anxiety and the stress that they're feeling and the worry that they feel about doing a presentation. I'm very fortunate. It's very, very rare that I get any stress as far as doing a presentation is concerned. It was a long, long time ago that I first learnt my presentation skills when I was a student nurse teacher. So learning to be a teacher and having to present it to the group. So I kind of got confident. And when I tell you some of the crazy things that happened to me during classes and lessons, it would have to be something really unusual for something to happen to me now that I've not had previous experience of. So, but we've done this to groups, and it's wonderful, that first experience when you kind of go, and I'm now ready to release this anxiety and everything, and how it's created and what it feels like in your body, and I release it from my body, and then you see people and they look at you and they kind of, and for those of you that haven't got a camera, what I'm doing is I've got this look of astonishment on my face that's kind of going, and I'm looking around and I'm searching in my head and in my body, because where did that feeling go? And the look of astonishment and the look of how astounded people are when they do this, and it's so simple, and it's such a simple technique to be enabled to be able to be of help for you. So I'd love you to have a go. I would love you to feed back via the different methods to let Steve and myself know here at Crossroads how you experienced, how you managed with the experience. I would love you to show me how it benefited you. And if you've had a little struggle with it, then as I've said, and whether you've struggled with it or whether you haven't, please feel free to join my Facebook page, to connect with me on Facebook, to connect in my group, which is the post-pandemic support group. That you'll find, that's the name of the group on Facebook, and to message me and let me know how you've got on. So there's lots more tips in that group, and there'll be lots more tips to come as and when I get you all to buy my book, to read the book, and most importantly, to take advantage of the love, the knowledge, and the tools that are in that book to enable you to help you to overcome any anxiety and anxiousness that you may be experiencing, either post-pandemic or even just as a general fact of life, because life does seem to be designed to make us, I think it's designed. I didn't realise until I started writing this book how much stress and anxiety had been a part of my baseline for years, and I mean years, and that I'd got along and just coped with it and managed it and coped with it, and now I've gone past and beyond having to cope, and I can now live and enjoy it. It's not saying that I don't experience it sometimes, because I do, because I did that on my trip to Italy, but it is that it's rare, it's few, it's far between. And if it does happen, guess what? I've got at least 10 tools that I can use to help release and relieve it. So thank you for coming and spending time with me here on Crossroads. Thank you, Steve, for enabling and facilitating this to happen. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. And I do really appreciate being able to be of assistance and help for you. So thank you so much once again. And I look forward to speaking to you next week. Take care, everybody. Big hugs, big loves. Bye-bye. I don't know if you're there, Steve, because I'm literally so close to the end. It's not, so I'll say goodbye. Thank you.